Oh, it's great to be here. We've had a fantastic 3 days. We've been everywhere and we're going off to the mountains this afternoon. So it's been a fantastic trip because you've heard about Montenegro, but not many British people have been here. And I was saying to my colleagues that we really do need to get the British public aware of your beautiful country because it really is very special. And we need lots of more British people to come here. There's lots of other people, but not many British people at the moment.
Can you tell us something about your tennis career, just for our viewers?
Well, I had a long career. I played Davis Cup in my country. I was Davis Cup captain, which was a great thrill. I played against all the great players. I played against Borg, Laver, Rosewall. Didn't play against Federer, but I played against most of them, Jimmy Connors. And the tennis career gave me a chance to build my clubs. And we have 96 David Lloyd clubs around the world, which is fantastic for me because it's allowed us to start academies where we hope to find British talent. You know, one being we found Tim Henman, Andy Murray started at our club as well. So it's very important to have facilities in order to make much better players.
Your tennis career was the first step to become a coach, tennis coach. You coached.
Absolutely, because when I played tennis, it wasn't professional, so we didn't earn lots of money. So when playing and after playing, I became a coach, and I really wanted to find good players, and we still do. So we're always looking for talent to make them better players. But in Britain, at the moment, the system is very poor.
At your playing career, you were great at doubles. Does it mean that team player is very good for business?
Yes, I think the doubles. I played a lot of very good doubles, and I think it's important when you play doubles that you learn to have a partner. And I think my tennis career helped me a lot in business because it helped me realise lots of things. And I left school very early, so I didn't have an education, but my tennis education and my background, I think, made it possible to do a very good business for us.
You lived on the spotlights as a tennis player. Does it help you later when you became a businessman to achieve greater expectations, or just to live it?
I don't know if it helped or not, really. I think it enabled the door to open, but when you're in the door, maybe it didn't help because they looked at you like you have no education. So they treated me, my first business deal, it took many years to happen. When it happened, then it was easy, but the first one was very difficult.
But you are one of the first people that noticed the opportunity of tennis like a sports business plan.
I was the first in Britain, and I invested all my own money, and it was a big gamble, but it worked very well. And we started off with one club, and it went and went and went, and we now have 96. My son now runs the business, and the name David Lloyd is well known in Europe. We have big clubs in Australia, so it's been very successful, but the beginning was very difficult because no one had ever seen a tennis club, and if you haven't seen a tennis club, it's hard to explain what it is, and so the British mentality is hard, and now there's clubs everywhere.
Little tennis players in Britain that achieved great expectations, great results.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just one in 20 years, like Tim Henman, now Andy Murray. What's the reason for that?
The reason is we've had a very bad federation who have lots of money, but they haven't picked the best coaches, and they haven't really had the system correct, and it needs a lot of new coaches coming in, better coaches, because at the moment, if you have a young child in Britain, it is better to go to America or to somewhere else for an academy. We don't have the right coaches, which we must get, and we are getting them. Like when we had Tim Henman, I had the best coaches. Andy Murray came, and then he left to Barcelona. So it's important to change the system because we have Wimbledon, which is the best tournament in the world. We have now lots of indoor courts, but we have very poor coaching. And also, a lot of our young children are, when they are good at tennis and they're good at football, they would choose football. They don't choose tennis. We must get the young kid and make them play, or encourage them to play tennis. And we need someone to follow, like a Nadal or a Becker, then the young children want to be a Nadal, they want to be a Becker. We don't have that. Murray is very good, but there's not many young children that look, oh, I want to be Andy Murray. They want to be David Beckham. And so the young child with skill, if you have skill, you can play tennis, you can play football. Skill is skill. And all our better kids go to other sports.
But some of great foreign players went through Britain in training, like Justin Anand, Kim Clijsters, Ferrer, Kafelnikov. How do you explain something like that?
Because they have a much better mentality. We have our children are spoilt. They expect the food to be on the table instead of having to go out and earn the food, and they're not tough. We have to be very tough in tennis, and that's why Andy Murray, he maybe not win Wimbledon, but he's tough. Tim Henman was very tough, but most of the children are not tough, and it's a very tough sport. Look at Nadal. I mean, he can run for 10 hours, next day 10 hours, doesn't matter. You know, he never gives up. He's so strong. We don't have that mentality. You know, you've had some very good players from Eastern Europe, and I've played many players from this area when many years ago, and they are much tougher.